totally and brutally honest here. Sean Corbin makes Valery Brudov look like Ivan Drago. It's as simple as that. He's beat what's in front of him tonight. He faces me. He's going to visit mental demons again. And let's get something straight. Come to me, mate. You come to me. Next time, ain't no judge is going to be needed. I'm going to do worse than Kovalev. I am going to do worse than Kovalev.
On Saturday night, mate, you better hold it together. I'm going to smash it near you to pieces, mate. I'm going to hit him. When he gets in the ring and we get 10-ounce gloves on, I'm going to smash his head to bits. I'm going to do it November the 30th against all odds. No matter what people say, the journalists write what you want. All as I'll say is tune back in and then look at me on December the 1st when I am world champion. It's as simple as that.
I'm willing to die in that ring. It's as simple as that. I am willing to die. I'm willing to die, Saturday. Is he?
You're fucking right.
Okay then, boys, let's move on to Bellew of the Week for episode 375. Gabe's with us, rapping Rob Kelly, the Guru Tommy Allen, no less, Ozzie Smith, Andy Patterson as well, alongside me, Steve. Quite a few nominations have come in during the week, and of course the guys will throw theirs in as well. First nomination from Declan Graffin has gone for Zucan, or Kanzu, whatever he's calling himself these days. I believe if LeBron James became a boxer, he can be a world champion, says Zucan. There we go. Ricky Gravel has nominated Tony Bellew. Bellew slamming Canelo for being a drug cheat while on a Zoom call with Billy Joe Saunders, and doesn't mention Billy's failed test. 112 minutes and 54 seconds in. He's a remarkable man. A remarkable man, Andy, who I think we're going to be hearing quite a lot of Tony nominations this week.
Yeah. Just leave him alone.
Eddie was going on about that this week as well. Okay, so Tony is commenting on this situation about some government minister. Not really sure about the ins and outs. Evening Ed. Boxing Bet Guru says if Bellew sticks with this in spite of the baying Twitter mob, I'd like to nominate him for Bellew of the Week Life Immunity. He wants Bellew of the Week pulled out of Bellew of the Week. And there we go. Andy, you've nominated one here. Boxing Scene. Beltran says Munguia has a good chance to knock Golovkin out.
This is the same Munguia who wasn't even allowed to fucking fight Golovkin in a fight. I don't think it was a title fight. It doesn't matter. He was basically blocked by every fucking authority in America.
Oh, when he fought Martirosyan.
You ain't getting this fight. You ain't getting this fight. But Munguia was named as an opponent for Golovkin, was he, no?
Yeah, whenever Golovkin, Canelo failed, didn't need the test, and then he ended up fighting Martirosyan instead.
That's what it was. I was, honest to God, I've never instantly, you tossers.
Trading Leather Boxing has nominated Tone. The Tone Tradition, at it again, was only last week. He wanted people breaking rules stoned to death. Now he's telling people to ease up. JS Park has nominated Lord of the Flies, Naota, from the Boxing Coalition. The last round said, complete this sentence. The most overrated boxer in history is, and Lord of the Flies says Vasyl Lomachenko. He's had the weakest route to being called pound for pound ever and has watered down that term so bad that people are trying to rate Spence and Tank's garbage resumes as pound for pound also, says Naota. So a strong one from him there. Paul Raftery got in touch over on Twitter nominating Spencer Dance. Spencer likes Tony Bellew. He says, Tony, you were fantastic to watch on that programme. What a humble, kind human being you are. I truly hope you find happiness. You deserve it. Amazing journey. Well, I hope if he finds happiness, Rob, he's tucked away somewhere where no one could bother him.
Just leave him alone, will you? For fuck's sake, leave the chap alone. He's changing his opinions on social distancing. 1 minute he wants you fucking quarantined and locked up and gas masked up, and the next minute it's roam free, do whatever the fuck you want. I tell you what, right? In a lot of ways, we pump Bellew up with this Bellew of the Week thing because I think people would have forgotten about him by now. Not saying we're the credit for, giving him the credit for his public persona, but in the boxing world, people would have long forgotten about him. But he just cannot shut the fuck up. He just can't do it. Like, cannot do it. He has an opinion on absolutely everything and knows fuck all about most things. Boxing included, by the way. So, yeah, good on Bellew. Keep the gift that keeps on giving.
The gift that keeps on giving. Your president, Gabe, has been nominated. Donald J. Trump, way back, old school Bellew of the Week in 2014, talking about Floyd Mayweather getting beaten up badly through 10 rounds by Marcos Maidana, but the announcers say it is even. Only 2 rounds left. Trump, big boxing fan, Gabe, as we know, put on many's a good fight back in the day.
Yeah, he there was tons of fights at the Taj, what they call it, the Trump
Plaza, wasn't it?
Casino or some shit.
Yeah, Atlantic City, and had a few of them, eh?
Yep.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many fights I've seen at that place. From what I know, he seems to be a pretty big boxing fan, at least fan of fucking sports in general, I guess. I'm not real sure. But I don't know. Anybody that quotes that guy's a little bit off their rocker for any reason. Even Bellew of the Week.
Gabe Hayton there on the old Trumpster. Gavin Stevens has nominated your Dennis Ugas. He's talking about the police. I think I'll leave that one the hell alone. Shuey MC has nominated Josie for J.O.
Oh, go on then, Steve. Come on.
What about Gabe? What about this Josie for J.O. one? This is more up your street. Brother Wellings, as I'm now known. Josie for J.O. got in a bit of trouble this week with Shuey MC, talking to a guy called John. John, no wonder your brain is like that of an ant. You have a gay daughter. You have... You are a failure in every aspect of life. Go and get your madness degree from a psychiatric institution.
Oh,
is it between brain size and gay daughters? I mean, the doctor might know. He is a doctor after all. Is there some credence to this?
PhD, goddammit.
The doc just absolutely ended his career there. Like, Jesus Christ.
Oh dear. Well, here, Gabe, if you like that one, what about this other one? Abu AA also nominated the doctor for some increased hate. He said, Zico, nothing is wrong if I am attractive to you. There is nothing wrong for being sexy. It is wrong when you have sexual intercourse with me. You are physically, psychologically, and physiologically sick. Period, says Joseph for J.O. He's got, Gabe, I'll tell you what, he's been going absolutely mad this week.
I can't tell you. This guy's just put out some real gold this week. I mean, let's face it, the doctor's always pretty on point with all his tweets and comments and everything. But this week, he was just off his rocker, insane with dishing out knowledge to ignorant fools.
Well, Brother Wellings got a video made for him anyway by the doctor, doing a bit of bag work outside, a bit of invisible pad work outside the garage. Good old doctor.
That's a load of bullshit, because I make those videos for you every week and I don't get a fucking mention. Don't get a mention.
Where's the THD PhD, Rob? Hashtag levels.
THC PhD. That's what it is.
THC, baby, and CPD. That's what it's at.
Okay, Peter Fury says only fights available, all British fights. Dave Allen wants to fight Huey. It's a good fight in these times, so Huey will accept the invitation. Chisora fighting Usyk. BoxerRatings.com said Huey Fury versus Dave Allen sounds like a great fight given the circumstances. Don't understand people are being negative about it. David Almond has nominated him for that. David Almond has also nominated John Bones Jones. I didn't even make half of what Deontay Wilder makes. If my reputation causes you to undervalue me this much, just go ahead and release me from my UFC contract altogether. I'm sure some promoter somewhere will be more than happy to pick me up, says Mr. Jones. Trafalgar Blick was talking about Adam Booth doing the pads. Boxing Degenerate jumped in and said, why did Tyson Fury leave him, though? To find a coach with knowledge, not one that will help him to lose weight. He's talking about Ben Davis. I think he's getting a bit mixed up there. Judas has nominated him for that. Christoph at Starry Boy has nominated Sky Sports Classics for putting on Kell Brook versus Jojo Dan. That ain't no belter. What about this one then, Tommy? This is right up your street. Shout out to Connor Ben from Trading Leather Boxing. The beard has finally arrived. It's only taken about 23 years and a beard transplant. Tommy's disappeared. He's not interested in the beard, unfortunately, Ozzy. What about Connor Ben's beard? I haven't seen any footage, but apparently it's real. It's here.
We saw that a while ago, did we, no?
No, but apparently it's actually grown into a fully fledged beard you can stroke.
Oh, right. So we bit like George Grove's pube hair.
I thought he got rid of it. I thought he paid money to get a transplant and decided to shave it off.
That's what I thought too, but no, not according to Trading Leather Boxing. He said the beard has finally arrived.
The beard is back.
Yeah, the beard's back. Back with a vengeance. Tommy's not. He disappeared. Don't know what's happened to him. Okay, what else have we got? Starman AG86. Tell me a better win by a British fighter on foreign soil than when Hay beat Jean-Marc Mormec. Hashtag what went down. Really, says Dan Desmond Properties. Shout out to Dare's regular listener. Can I nominate this for Bellew of the Week? Certainly can. Starman AG86 said, get me on. Get him on what? Because he ain't coming on here. That's all the ones that I've got. Tony Bellew, strong front runner for me. Andy, any nominations from you?
Yeah, Errol Spence. I don't know if anybody caught the protest videos that's been going about recently. I think it was London, but a guy dressed up as Batman decides to walk him through the smoke, and doesn't really do nothing. I mean, I suppose if you walk in like Batman, you got to do something. You know, you can't just stand there and just like no do nothing. And Errol Spence comes out with on the cool. He think this is a game or a movie. Should have jumped on him just for playing. So you've actually got America actually kind of like burning itself to the ground at the minute, and fucking people are just like violence upon violence, and Spence is basically kind of calling for Batman to get beat the fuck up. So yeah, a wee bit kind of WBC. You never read that one out, Steve? About 3 fun facts of Salvador Sanchez.
Didn't see that, under.
You don't see that one, mate?
No.
Oh, right, okay. So anyway, it's
quality.
This is tremendous. It's like 292. It's like, what is it? 30 years for Sanchez died. So 3 fun facts about Salvador Sanchez from the WBC. He is considered the Mexican greatest of all time by many people. Before becoming a boxer, he loved lucha libre. I think that's wrestling. And number 3, he died in a car crash on August 12th, 1982. People still visit his grave every year and pay tribute to him. So that was a fun fact that he died in a car crash in 1982. Motherfuckers.
Had me rolling that one.
Honest to Christ.
It's a bit of fun, Rob, you miserable bastard. It's a fun fact.
Jamal Charlo apparently was suspected aggravated assault case. Rob, is that right?
Oh, yes, I saw the headline to that. What's he done?
Correct. I think he saw
TMZ.
someone in his house. I saw the TMZ headline. I didn't need to read too much into it, to be honest with you, to kind of get the gist of it. Charlo hit someone at his house, or aggravated assault. I didn't specify was it a male or a woman or a dog, in fact. When Charlo had fucking aggravated assaulted, so who knows?
Just pulled it up there. So according to chapter 22, Gabe, you there? You should fucking know this, bitch. According to chapter 22 of the Texas Penal Code, the conditions of aggravated assault causing seriously bodily harm are a person intentionally, knowingly, or recklessly commits an assault against another, and that assault results in seriously bodily harm to the injured person. By state law definition, seriously bodily harm is classified as a fractured facial bone requiring surgery to prevent deformity, knife wound, permanent extensive scarring, partial blindness. Yeah, his face. I love this about America. Gabe, you need to fucking confirm this, by the way. Aggravated assault cases in Texas are charged at a second-degree felony level. If found guilty, say the offending party could serve anywhere between 2 years and 20 years in prison. With 10 grand fine. You motherfuckers, man. You're extortion artists.
Yeah, that's about right. I mean, I can't necessarily speak to how severe the situation was or what it all entailed. There's a lot of leeway. So I don't know about you guys, but everywhere here, the law is always this big fucking gray blob area. So they would take into account how severe, obviously the assault or whatever it was, how severe that actually was. First off, once they kind of determine that, then they kind of probably would make a baseline decision on how severe the penalty would be for it. From what I understand, the guy had some deformity of his face in one report that I read, and so it seems to me like it was probably pretty bad. I don't know if it would be bad enough to maybe say that he would get the max sentence in that case. Obviously, here in Texas and anywhere in the United States, they do take prior convictions and things like that into account. So if he had a history of assaults, then he'd probably be looking at a higher, longer sentence, excuse me. And also, they may take into account his career. That could be a downside for him. So I think that might be a case where they look at the scenario, what happened, what led to the assault, and then from there they may make a decision based on the fact that, look, this guy's a professional fucking boxer, and here he is going around beating on people. What's his deal? Is he unhinged? Are they going to make an example out of him? Are they going to let him off? I mean, it could go any number of ways. It depends on the judge a lot of times too. So the judge is, if he's wanting to make an example out of somebody, he damn well may do it. So you never really can tell. Just based off what I know so far, which isn't a whole lot more than anybody else has said, I wouldn't suspect that he'll get a big, huge long term for what happened. I mean, it could be a number of things. He may have been attacked first. You know, whenever all the facts come out, I think then you might have a better idea of guessing as to what his punishment will be, or if there even is one, to be fair. Andy,
a few more from you?
Yeah, Tim Bradley for saying that Stevenson is I think basically on a par with Mayweather. Who
well,
else?
In one respect, maybe.
I suppose. Well, he's undefeated against women. Talking about Barnett's, and stuff, and you talk about Ben with the beard transplant. I know James DeGale went through the hair transplant as well, but fuck it, George Groves just let him mention that hair that he never had. Up to he got smashed up off. Well, he didn't. He got beat off Callum Smith, right? He's had a hair transplant, right? And swear to God, he's on that Skybox, and whatever it was, an interview about the Frotch defeat, and he's 32, man. He's fucking that hair. It's tremendous.
It's like they said to him. It's like they said, George, you've wanted hair all your life. What do you want to do with it now that you have it? And he's like, just give me the homeless look, dude. Just give me, that Richard Dreyfuss down and out in Beverly Hills look. That's what I always wanted.
It's like he raised a bucket for something to eat, man. Just that hair. It's just it doesn't fucking belong there. We know you lost your hair, mate. It's weird as I say, is because Frotch had his nose fixed after fighting Groves, and then you've got Eubank fighting DeGale and Groves, and they both go and get a hair transplant. It's just weird. It's just too much money at the end of the day, But
when did fucking fighters give so much of a shit about the cosmetic appearance of their faces? They used to go around with their fucking nose split in two and their ears hanging off.
Nigel Rafferty's cauliflower ears.
Yeah, they're going to get fucking hair transplants. George Groves' hair transplant is the only. It's probably the worst one I've seen since Lee Griffiths is number one for the worst hair transplant.
Oh, yes, thank God for mentioning him.
Wayne Rooney number two, by the way, for his money as well, Premier League money. They had him out to dry when he came for the fucking. He looked balder. He looked balder after he got the fucking hair transplant. And this one, I don't know what's going on. Like, it's just fucking. It's like they transplanted his hair from a fucking mod from the 80s.
There was one point Lee Griffiths' hair looked like a fucking computer program, was like half loaded. It just fucking froze.
Some player though.
A fucking Gollum. We Gollum looking like cunt.
So he could get fucking with all his money now. He could probably go and get 9 hair transplants in a row.
Aye. He might even get an asterisk put on the end of it.
Still counts, baby.
You could see it going whenever he was playing for Wolves. He used to have the sort of wispy in the air. Reminds me of my dad whenever he went out in the wind. The sort of strands in the air.
Aye. Bobby Charlton, kind of eyes you say Bobby Charlton now. Just shave it off, man.
Just shave it off. Right, are they all your ones, Andy?
Yeah, mate. So I think the WBC is going to be out in front for me at the minute. Groves' hair, pretty spectacular. Yeah, got to say. And Batman as well, just walking through the mist. And Errol Spence is like claiming and beat that motherfucker. Right?
He'd have been in bad fucking. He'd have been in a bad spot if Errol Spence had have actually been there and acted on that one, wouldn't he? Because Errol, like in public, he could fucking do anything.
Can you imagine Errol actually appear in the Batmobile and probably smash up the whole fucking place, man?
Batman's like, what are you doing in my car again, Errol?
Yeah. Gabe, any from you? Nominations?
Nope, none from me.
Nothing from Gabriel. Ozzy, any nominations from you this week?
No, nothing.
Nothing from Ozzy.
I've done anal.
Nothing from Donny. Rob, anything from you?
I don't know. Smitho said in the chat that we might have covered this already, but I probably forgot because my short-term memory is not amazing. But fucking the
I
Sky.
wonder why.
It could be hereditary, man. I don't know. Science, the jury is out. I was watching a fucking YouTube clip on Sky Sports Boxing this week, and it was the top 10, capital letters, THE, the top 10 biggest upsets in boxing history. In at 9, Ola Afolobi against fucking Enzo Macronelli. And number 2 was Danny Williams versus Mike Tyson. Nowhere near it was fucking Ali Foreman, Buster Douglas, Mike Tyson. Fucking, it was all just fights that were on Sky. So you had Alexander, Michael Gomez.
They had Sam Eggington on there against that Hassan.
Who next? That was in at 10, actually. Yeah, Sam Eggington. The biggest upsets in boxing history. Sam Eggington and one time Joaquinho. So the Sky Sports Boxing, fucking hell.
I forgot about that one.
Having a mayor since quarantine, they are. By the way, do we know? Do any of the panel want to give their opinion on who they think would win between Fury and Joshua? No.
Well, Tommy gave his opinion while you weren't here.
Fucking Coogan, fucking Sky, fucking Michelle Joy Phelps, Sam Jones, Rob. Will you ask a different question to the next guest you get, guys? Right? Just fucking. We know now. The fight is not going to happen, probably 2021, maybe 2022. It's nowhere near on the horizon. Stop fucking talking about it just to fucking get in your little YouTube click war. Just ask the boxer some decent questions about fighting, like, instead of fucking asking every fucking Tom, Dick and Harry that has no vested interest in that fight who's going to win. Piss me off, that is.
Yeah, Lee the Alcoholic Fudge covered what I was thinking, actually, exactly. The top 10 upsets that we have the rights to show in history. So that's a strong one. That's a strong one. Forgot about that one. Okay, we'll go around to see who's picking what. I'm going to go for that one, Andy. I forgot all about that one. That's got to be Bellew of the week for me, Sky Sports.
What was the Sky Sports one? Sorry, mate. I was looking at something else.
Just the one Rob was saying there.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that's a fucking belter.
Have you been on the Stardog?
Gandhi's short-term memory's not what it was either.
Absolutely not, mate. Listen, I'm hanging by a thread. You know where I was last night. Jeez. Yeah, I'll go with that one. But WBC's good running close with Sal Sanchez, like, go to be.
Oh, that's a good one. There's been some solid ones this week. Ozzy, who you going for?
Oh, it's tough, this one. I think Dr. Joseph Ajayo definitely deserves an honourable mention for his outburst on Twitter. WBC, I agree, but then...
Yeah, you don't say that.
Then there's got to be an opportunity to hammer Sky for their obscene top 10 upsets, which, as we say, involved one-time Joaquinho.
Good old one time, yeah. Sky looks like it could be a clean sweep here. Rob, I take it you're going for Sky?
Yeah, but I like the Salvador Sanchez one as well, because didn't Andy take the account to task as well? It's a fun fact that he died, mate. And the man was like trying to fucking justify it, and he was like, "Well, I actually think it's a fun that people still visit his grave."
Yeah,
fucking barrel of laughs, all right, man. Yeah.
I can just imagine this fucking pilgrimage in Mexico somewhere that they're fucking walking up to his grave and that. Oh, we all pay homage. Fuck off, man! I want the guy to be alive. Twats.
Yes. Sky Sports looks like it's going to sweep it. Gabe, who are you going for?
Sky Sports for the sweep.